We are covering an interesting new development today in the Hillview area. Let's get into it. Happy Monday, awesome people. Welcome back. My name is Elliot and today we're doing something a little bit different from the usual BTO coverage. We'll be looking at a new launch. Specifically, the one we'll be looking at is the Botany at Dairy Farm. Now, to give you my tangible opinion of this project, I'll be scoring this development based on these 5 facets right here. So stick to the end to see what I think about it. Just a bit of a brief overview. The Botany was bought in March 2022 for 980 PSF per plot ratio. All that you need to know is that the land was bought at quite a fair price. The Botany will have 5 blocks up to 15 stories, totaling 386 units. Now there's a range of 1 bedrooms all the way to 5 bedrooms for this particular development. And of course, TOP will be in 2026. Now the show flat is open as of right now, February 18th. So if you're interested in heading down there and taking a look at the development, my number is right here. Drop me a text and I can book an appointment for you. The Botany has a lot of 3 bedrooms in its unit mix and is trying to appeal to the family-oriented target market. But of course, that doesn't mean if you're single, you can't go ahead and buy this unit for yourself. I would know. Now enough dilly-dally, let's find out more about the location of this particular project. Well, that map was no help at all. To get a bit of a sensing of where the Botany is, it's kind of located in the Dairy Farm area near Hillview, located kind of near the Bukit Timah Nature Reserve as well as Upper Bukit Timah Road as well as the Pattaya Road. One of the beauty and the highlights of this neighborhood is that it is completely surrounded by nature. Nowhere will you look and you don't see like a blade of grass or something. And on top of that, the neighborhood has a lot of private developments, making the landscape very unique compared to a lot of the typical Singaporean neighborhoods. So to my BTO fans, I'm so sorry, there's not much HDBs here. So let's take a look at the master plan to get a bit of a sensing of what are the immediate amenities or immediate developments in the area of the Botany. As usual, I have my laptop right here. So our site is over here with a plot ratio of about 2.1. East of this site is a recent new launch development, the Dairy Farm Residences, which will TOP sometime this year. To the south is the German European School. So if you're German, that's so awesome. If not, it's okay, there's other schools as well. For families, primary schools is always very important to consider. So in a 1 km radius, we have Bukit Panjang Primary School here, as well as CHIJ right over here. Here is Skyward Condo with a plot ratio of 2.1. North, there are 2 empty sites with a plot ratio of 1.4 and 1 site that is zoned for education right over here, right in the center. Now, in case you don't know, a lower plot ratio just means that the building is going to be a little bit shorter. So getting a north-facing unit, maybe 7th floor or higher, would be awesome because you'll get quite a bit of unblocked views. Now we know this because based on plot ratio, the maximum height for this residential buildings here will be about 5 stories. And of course behind that is just landed housing, so of course not a lot of block views there. Going back to one of the coolest reasons to stay in the Hillview area will be the proximity to nature, how close it is. So of course, let's look at some recreation sites nearby. We have the Dairy Farm Nature Park right here, the rail corridor right up here, Bukit Timah Hill and Bukit Batok Nature Reserve somewhere close by. Hillview has some pretty great amenities as well. For shopping, you have the Hillview 2, the Rail Mall, and if you take a short bus ride, you can visit my neighborhood in Beautywood. This place has a lot of food. So far, pretty top tier in terms of amenities. I give it an 8.10. But location also takes into consideration one other thing, which is transportation and accessibility. So let's take a look at that. Now for accessibility, what everyone really cares about is how close we are to the MRT. Not that close actually, with about a 10 minutes walk to the nearest one at Hillview MRT. So maybe time to skip leg day at the gym because I think walking to the MRT will be a good enough workout as it is. And it also makes sense, right? You go to the nature reserve, you can come back. Yeah, all that. Hillview MRT is also part of the downtown line, which gives you great access to the city area. So hello, waking up late for work. Unless of course you work someplace very far away like Tampines or something. In that case, you'll still be late for work. For transportation, I give this development a score of 6.10. Now with every development, the one thing that is always the most important is the price point. So let's get into that. The Botany as of right now is asking for about $1,900 per square feet. Now let's compare that to some developments in the immediate area. Looking at Dairy Farm Residences, in 2020, those units were sold for over $1,800 per square feet. Skywoods in 2017, which TOP'd then, is asking for about $1,500 in the resale market right now. So gonna be completely honest with you, the Botany compared to some developments in the immediate area isn't exactly very cheap. But at the same time, I wouldn't say it's exactly overvalued or overpriced. If we look at Dairy Farm Residences, once those units hit the resale market, we're expecting those prices to be higher than that of the Botany. The Botany is still one of the cheapest new launch condos in today's market. The prices is just being pushed up because of the lack of supply in the Dairy Farm area. area. So because of that, in terms of price point, I'm scoring it a 6.10. So pretty fair value, but what about the thoughtfulness and the quality of the project itself? Now we're on a small site, but I gotta say, stacks are very well planned with most facing north-south, which means no direct sunlight, and also really great for those feng shui users. However, towards the west, some stacks have a bit of a diagonal slant to them towards the northwest direction, so that means you might face a little bit of sun in those areas. Good thing is that we don't have a lot of block stacks as well, which is great. You've got a ton of pools in this development, a tennis court right here, and other cool amenities. Look, you even get a co-working space right here. The developer Simlian also comes with quite a good track record winning. Wow, so many awards right here. So cool. Since we're at it, let's look through some floor plans. We'll speed right through it because I don't want this video to take 20 minutes or so. 1+ study, about 500 square feet. Bedroom is a good size and a standard layout. I say overall it's pretty good. A top tip when looking at floor plans, the more boring or the more standard the layout is, the better it is because the space is actually being used most optimally, and of course when you're selling it, it's good that other people are very familiar with that particular layout. Moving on, the 2+ study is about 740 square feet. Layout here is a little bit weird with bedrooms on either side of the living room. I would say this would be maybe good if you're renting out the space to 2 tenants, that way you can have one on either side. Both of them have privacy. But if not, it's a little bit weird, I would have to say. 3 bedrooms, 880 square feet, standard layout. I really like it. I think you get everything that you need, even a balcony. I would highly recommend this one. For the 4 bedrooms, 1,270 or so square feet. An additional thing you get is a dry kitchen, and every room, including the living room, is a little bit bigger. Layout is good. I also would recommend this one. Last one, the 5 bedroom is about 1,500 square feet. Entrance here, your junior master is here at the usual spot as well. Small note here, if you want to rent out one room in this 5 bedroom, the junior master would be a perfect space because there's some separation between your family in the other rooms as well as the junior master, the tenant. So I would recommend this if you're also looking to rent your place. Or if you have a son or daughter that is going through puberty, that room would be perfect for them. Overall, good layout as well. I like it. Project thoughtfulness and quality, I give it a 7.10. Now that we're very familiar about this project, there's one thing that we definitely have to talk about, and that is an exit. I don't know how a light bulb represents an exit, but there's some kind of metaphor there. I don't know. Now, one thing you must know about the neighborhood of Hillview is that it's in a very interesting spot for Singapore. One of the very unique cases where it's actually very centrally located, very close to the city, very close to town, very good accessibility, but at the same time, the prices there are kind of lagging behind it. It's kind of a sleepy neighborhood. What this means is that Hillview has really good real estate fundamentals, just that price hasn't really caught up yet. So there is really quite a bit of potential upside for this development, and we're slowly starting to see this with supply getting less and new launches actually getting more expensive in this area, especially when I mentioned previously when the resale for dairy farm residences hits the market. So for an overall exit plan, I give it a high 9.10. Overall, I think the Botany is a pretty solid project. You've got great neighborhoods, well-planned site, it's fairly priced, and of course the potential upside from the sleepy neighborhood. I would really recommend this to maybe families or individuals who appreciate nature and also maybe not so crowded neighborhoods. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed my first coverage of a new launch. If you're interested to find out more about this development, or if you want to find out more about which stacks would be good for you, you can comment down below. If you feel it's a little bit more private question, you can reach out to me on my number, it's right here. Or like I said previously, you want to book an appointment to check out a show flat, you can also contact my number right here. If you enjoy my video, give me a like, and if you don't, give me a dislike. I'm totally okay with that. And I hope you have a great day. Till next time.